Hello students, today in our 12th standard physics class, this is our unit 3 magnetism and magnetic effects of electric current, and this is going to be our session number 17, and this is the last session of this lesson. Today we are going to see the conversion of galvanometer into ammeter and voltmeter. Conversion of galvanometer into ammeter and voltmeter. Next, very important question. A galvanometer is a very sensitive instrument to detect the current. It can be easily converted into ammeter and voltmeter. First, let's see the conversion of galvanometer into ammeter. Do you know, students, ammeter is an instrument used to measure current flowing in the electrical circuit. The ammeter must offer low resistance such that it will not change the current passing through it. So, ammeter is connected in series to measure the circuit current. This is the picture for this conversion of galvanometer into ammeter circuit. Student, a galvanometer is connected into a ammeter by connecting a low resistance in parallel with the galvanometer. You can see a low resistance is connected in parallel with the galvanometer. This is a galvanometer and low resistance is connected in parallel. This low resistance is called the shunt resistance S. Shunt resistance S. The scale is now calibrated in ampere and the range of ammeter depends on the values of the shunt resistance. It depends on the value of this resistance, and this resistance is named as shunt resistance. Let I be the current passing through the circuit, which you can see I is the current passing through the circuit. When current I reach the junction A, when the current I reach this junction A, it divides into two components, one through C and another through the galvanometer. Let Ig be the current passing through the galvanometer of a resistance Rg. Ig be the current passing through the galvanometer and its resistance is Rg through the path AGE. These are the path AGE. This first we divided this into two circuits. One is AGE, another one is ACDE. The remaining current I minus Ig. The remaining current I minus Ig passes through ACDE through the shunt resistance. It passes through the shunt resistance. The value of shunt resistance is so adjusted that the current Ig produces full scale deflection in the galvanometer. Only thing we need is the galvanometer to show a deflection while we pass some current through this circuit. The potential difference across galvanometer is same as the potential difference across the shunt resistance. Okay, there is no difference between the potential difference across the shunt resistance and the potential difference across the galvanometer. That means if both the potential differences across galvanometer and shunt resistance is equal, then V galvanometer is equal to V shunt. V here represents the potential difference. So IgRg, okay, IgRg is equal to I minus Ig into S, shunt resistance. This is the current through here, and this is the current through the shunt resistance. Now if you take S in the left hand side, then Ig divide by I minus Ig into Rg. We take Rg into the multiplication, or we can take Ig in the left hand side and we take all the other to the right hand side. That means the S divided by S plus Rg into I. That means we multiply the term with the S, Si minus Sig, and we take it as common. So we put Ig is equal to S by S plus Rg into I. Since the deflection in the galvanometer is proportional to the current passing through it, theta is equal to Ig into the capital G, or theta is equal to 1 by capital G into Ig. Theta is proportional to Ig, therefore theta is proportional to I. So the deflection produced in the galvanometer is a measure of the current I passing through the circuit. The shunt resistance is connected in parallel to the galvanometer. Therefore, the resistance of the ammeter Rg can be determined by computing the effective resistance, which is 1 by R effective resistance is equal to 1 by Rg plus 1 by S. Therefore, effective resistance is equal to Rg into S divided by Rg plus S, which is equal to Ra. Since the shunt resistance is very low resistance and the ratio S by Rg is also small, this means Ra is also small. That is, the resistance offered by the ammeter is very small. If we connect ammeter in series, the ammeter will not change appreciably the current in the circuit. For an ideal ammeter, the resistance must be equal to 0. Then the percentage error in measuring current through an ammeter is del I divided by I into 100% is equal to I ideal minus I actual divided by I ideal into 100%. Let me tell some key points in this conversion of galvanometer to an ammeter. An ammeter is a low resistance instrument and it always connected in series to the circuit. An ideal ammeter has 0 resistance. In order to increase the range of an ammeter in n times, the value of shunt resistance to be connected in parallel is S is equal to Rg divided by n minus 1. These are the some key points for the galvanometer to an ammeter conversion. Now galvanometer to voltmeter. A voltmeter is an instrument used to measure potential difference across any 2 points in the electrical circuits. It should not be draw any current from the circuit, otherwise the value of potential difference to be measured by we change. Voltmeter must have I resistance, and when it is connected in parallel, it will not draw appreciable current, so that it will indicate the true potential difference. A galvanometer is converted into voltmeter by connecting the I resistance RH in series with the galvanometer, which is shown in this figure. Ig is, that means the current I is connected with G, and the resistance which have the series connections, is it? Here Rg is the resistance of the galvanometer and Ig be the current with which galvanometer produces a full deflection. Dear student, since the galvanometer is connected in series with I resistance, the current in the electrical circuit is same as the current passing through the galvanometer. Therefore, I is equal to Ig, and I is equal to Ig, which gives an information that potential Ig is equal to potential difference divided by total resistance applied in that circuit. Since the galvanometer and high resistance are connected in series, the total resistance of effective resistance in the circuit is the sum of the resistance. Rv is equal to Rg plus Rh. Rg plus Rh. The galvanometer resistance and the new resistance connected in the series. This given resistance of voltmeter, thus the voltmeter resistance resembles Rv. Altogether, we have Ig is equal to V divided by Rg plus Rh, or if you take Rh in the left hand side, then V divided by Ig minus Rg. Note, we know Ig is proportional to V. So, now the deflection in the galvanometer is proportional to the current Ig. But current Ig is proportional to the potential difference. The deflection in the galvanometer is a measure of potential difference. Now, the key points. Voltmeter is a high resistance instrument and it is always connected in parallel with the circuit element across which the potential difference is to be measured. An ideal voltmeter has infinite resistance. In order to increase the range of voltmeter, n times the value of resistance to be connected in series with the galvanometer is Rn is equal to n minus 1 the whole bracket Rg. Thank you, students. Let's see in the next unit.